This is such a... There we are.
Cool beans.
Is it all right?
It's all right. That's all right. Can you still see your sheet?
Yes.
Cool.
Now, what's this show all about?
Hello and welcome to the Likeable A Show, where we discuss stand-up comedy from an entry-level perspective. I'm your host, David Stickle, and today I am joined by Mr. Carl. Carl.
How are you?
Good. Welcome back, dude.
Oh, I'm so happy to be back because I am a huge fan of this podcast, and I'm checking it out all the time.
Thank you.
I think your funniest episode lately was... it was Jordan Malice and Gilbert.
Okay.
I was just laughing the whole episode.
Oh, that's
you get
awesome.
those two in the same room, and that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I was a little worried because some of the jokes I made on there were offensive. So,
yeah. Well, I'm a bigger fan of your podcast than you because remember I texted you about something you said on the podcast. You didn't know what I was talking about.
Oh no! So I've gotten into this bad habit of not listening to the whole episode back. So
okay.
Yeah, it's when I had them all like stockpiled up.
Yeah.
When they would come out, I would listen to them again because it would have been like, a month or 2 months since I just heard them. But now they're like only 2 weeks behind maybe, and like this'll come out in 2 weeks, I think. So
yeah, you're moving fast.
Yeah, it's a little bit much. I missed the stockpile, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, no, I mean, thank you for listening.
Well, I think the most interesting episode of late was Yelena.
Yes, Yelena.
Because she is really concerned with craft. She wants to be a really good comedian.
Yeah.
And those are the shows I like the best, when the comedians are just talking about what's going on in their minds. Josh talked about some of that a little bit. And look, I gotta criticize you. You need to stay in your lane.
Okay.
Last episode, you had some murder podcast lady. This is not a comedian. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Oh, so if you get to the end, that's why I brought her on. So I
Gym or something.
I knew her from the gym, but the reason why is because there's so many comedians that have podcasts that are like this, that are just done, with, one listener. And, so the great thing that she did is she started a podcast in 2020. And then in a couple years time, she had sponsors and, all of this stuff. So, I mean, it was really, we talked about that a little bit.
How to be a success.
How to get your comedy podcast off the ground. That was, so that was geared towards more to the comedians that were podcasters.
Well, I listen while I'm doing my work. I have work calls and stuff, and then I have a break in between in which I'm just doing my regular work, and that's when I listen. So I guess I'll go back and see how it concluded.
Sure. Did you like the murder case at all, or you gave up on the murder case?
I gave up. I liked how you talked about, like, they focus on the serial killers, and or maybe it was her saying that, and these are the more intimate, like, you're going to be killed by somebody you know.
Yeah.
Right. And there isn't much focus on who got killed, just the killer.
Yeah. No, it was I liked the episode. It was cool. It was different. But yeah, I definitely prefer talking to comedians for the sense of just like I like talking the craft, like you mentioned with the Yelena.
Yeah, Yelena's Yelena was talking about the whiskey cellar, and I'm like hearing all these comedians talking about the whiskey cellar, so I'm like, well, I ought to check it out and see, they give up comedians an opportunity, and so I go look it up. It's the Climate Lounge. It's that on 7th. It's the same old place. They just keep switching the names all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm booked on some show June 21 now.
Heck
thanks to Joe Pontillo giving me...
Shout out.
Shout out to Joe. I just performed with him last night, and Monty, who will be on the show, and he did a really great job. My son thought so, especially.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was Rachel there? I think she's really good friends with Joe.
Rachel, I don't know.
Rachel Linehan?
No.
No?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think I know everybody.
Okay. Yeah, Rachel rolls with one of the Pontinellos. There's a Joe, and maybe there's a John Pontinello.
Oh, okay. So
and
this
I thought
is
it was
Pontillo.
Joe. Pontillo. Okay.
Yes, of Pontillo and Associates, his new pilot, which is just
Associates. Very cool.
released. You can just go to YouTube and put in Pontillo and Associates, and you're going to see a very funny pilot.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, we'll plug other people's shows.
Sure. On for everybody.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I appreciate how much you support the community, Carl.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fantastic.
That's why I was surprised you didn't stay in your lane and you had this other person on, but I'm going to have to check out the end.
I'm trying to support all of of the community, which
I
is
always
the
stay in my lane.
podcasters.
Okay. So there is something in this world called Radio Garden State. It's an internet radio station.
Okay.
And I will have a show there starting in June called Comedy Garden State. And I thought of you right away, but this is not the Garden State. And I'm staying in my lane.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not a New Jersey comic, unfortunately. I have ventured to New Jersey for the podcast.
Maybe that will be my excuse to put you on sometime.
Okay.
Is a venture into Jersey. And then I can ask you all about what you think of
Heck
Jersey.
yeah. Heck yeah.
Knowing you, you'll be very complimentary.
I was on the A Bit Too Much podcast, and they record in some like mall in the center of New Jersey. That's like they shoot Severance there.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was crazy. But what was wild about that experience was that it was in a storefront in the mall. So like I'm just like sitting there and in like basically like a fishbowl, and there's just people walking around shopping at the mall and like looking in, and they just see like podcasters. That's a random.
More and more things are getting shot in Jersey now. Netflix is making a big. Maybe they've already done it. They're having a presence in New Jersey.
Cool.
And LA's sort of drying up for the movie business. It's weird.
Yeah, I think they've got like a lot of like maybe laws in place, you know, like a lot of, you know,
tax breaks and such.
Yeah. I don't know how Jersey is on income tax, you know.
I'm paying it.
Comparable to New York though, or is it like
No, it's cheaper.
It's cheaper. Okay, that's.
Well, the thing is that in the like turn of the century, like I'm talking about like before 1920, Jersey was the place where all those silent films and everything got made. And then the industry moved out to California, which makes more sense because it's sunny year round, you know. But now it's swinging back. It only took 80 years or whatever it is. And we're starting to get films made here if AI doesn't take over everything.
Oh, they sure will.
They will.
It's funny. It was silent film until the audio came. And then they're like, well, after hearing that accent, they're like, we got to go to California.
You know who was like that was Clara Bow. I don't know if you know that actress. She was a big star of the silence. And then when the talkies came around, her Brooklyn accent was prevalent, you know, and she only spent 10 more years. Audiences loved her. She could have kept going. But yeah, the accent you're talking about, it shows up in talkies.
It'd be funny if there was like a silent film actor that was like essentially Gilbert Godfrey, and then like when the first sound movie came out, like they finally got to hear him talk, and
He could transition.
yeah, he could. Iconic voice.
So I have a podcast called Full Length Movie, and we watch those old movies because they're in the public domain, anything from 1930 and earlier. So check us out on YouTube, and you'll see what I'm talking about with Clara Bow's accent and everything.
Hell yeah, Carl. What's the exact handle to look up?
It's unfortunately has that 69 in it, that funny number. It's Full Length Movie 69. That's what you look up, and you'll find us.
Don't type that in Google, though.
That's right.
Let's look it up in YouTube.
Gonna get on a list. Listen, I got to straighten you out about Nixon.
About Nixon, okay.
Yeah, you knew some history about Nixon.
I knew, yeah.
Nixon was not impeached.
Okay,
That's
he wasn't.
why he resigned. It was going to be so embarrassing to be the first president that was impeached. That's why he...
Did I catch myself in that episode?
No, you didn't know...
Anything.
No. Who were you interviewing?
Just Shu.
Yeah. Was it her? Yeah. She didn't know. But you knew that he resigned out of office, and you thought maybe because he got impeached.
Yes.
But Clinton was the first guy to get impeached, and you know his bravado and macho. He did not leave office. Fine, impeach me.
I dig it. I like this because this is like essentially like, you know how Joe Rogan has Jamie? You know,
yeah.
you're fact checking me, but we're catching up on a backlog.
Yeah.
This is getting the facts straight.
You fact checked yourself on something on that episode, or was it the episode just before the last one? Sometimes I don't remember the comedian's name. She's the one who does she was working on short films, and she had the puppet.
Oh, Gabrielle Johnson.
Yeah, I think you fact checked yourself on that episode.
Okay.
What is your sheep's name?
Carl.
Now, how many R's?
just one, and it's with
Just
a K.
one.
It's with a
And
K
it's with
too.
a K?
Yeah, Carl with a K, my
Has
guy.
nothing to do with me then.
Yeah, no. That sheep was deceased before I met you, Carl.
Oh, he died.
Yeah, Carl is no longer with us.
Oh, you weren't talking. Yeah, I've never heard you talk about. I guess you're a little sheepish.
Sorry, I'm so bashful.
This is good.
What are you drinking?
It is a coconut water
Ooh.
from this establishment.
Okay.
And it's strawberry.
Nice. Is it alcoholic or not?
Nope.
Okay, hell yeah, Carl.
I don't drink until after I'm off stage.
Okay, that's why you want to go
It can
first.
lead to troubles.
Yeah.
Like slurring, like forgetting the order of stuff.
Yep, racial slurring. That's
It can lead to slurring. That's a good one.
Slurring Bobbit, man. Sick, dude. How's comedy been going since we last had you on the show?
Comedy's been going really well. Social media is going really well. I'm trying to get booked every weekend. I've been doing good this whole year, but June is a little... I got something on June 6th and June 21, but that's it.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a little desperate, looking for gigs, you know.
Gotcha.
So I'm out there,
Yeah.
grinding.
It's I tell you, man, shows in the summer kind of suck. I mean, not doing them, just
No,
like
getting
them, yes, and producing them. We were talking before we came into the cube here, yeah, just I don't know if it's the economy or just the weather, but yeah, it's impossible to move tickets right now.
Do you produce more shows than at the Krog?
So many more shows.
You do?
I've taken the summer to cut them down a lot. So I used to do a show at Sloop. We're taking the summer off from that. We did a monthly there. Union Street Brewing, I think we're just done. At least at their Hudson location. Hudson is a very interesting comedy town. I'm learning.
Hudson is the name of a town, not just a river?
Correct.
Gotcha.
So there's Hudson, and then I have a spot in Brooklyn at Threes Brewing.
That's a long haul for you.
I know. I only do it once every 3 or 4 months.
I would like to get booked in Brooklyn.
I would love to have you.
What
on
day
a
of the
show in
week
Brooklyn.
is it?
I usually do it on a Monday night.
Oh, it's
It's a city show.
Well, I would do it anyway.
Very cool. I would love to have you on at some point.
Okay, so maybe that's my excuse to get you on Comedy Garden State show, because I'm doing a show about producers, and I did Ugly Pancake Productions. They're down in South Jersey, and I did Matt Bridgestone, who does a lot of producing shows in Atlantic City.
Cool.
So maybe that's my excuse.
Yeah, you could talk about Hudson Valley. That'd be cool.
Okay. Comedy producer. That'll be my excuse.
Yeah.
But the thing is, then I got to focus on your comedy producing and not like your podcast and stuff. All right, well,
I have
I'll work
so much opinion on producing, Carl.
Okay.
It's so much
Now,
opinion.
it's only a 20-minute interview.
Oh man, I could spew a lot of junk out. I mean, there was a good. I think Elena and I talked about it a bunch too on her episode where I was talking about how I pay people and like my thought process behind that, city spots and how you don't get paid.
Right.
Just the production in that.
How many minutes do you get to do in Brooklyn?
I usually do a showcase format for the Brooklyn one. Depends on.
It's a long haul.
Yeah. Oh, like how much do I do?
No, how much do you give a comedian?
If it's a long lineup and I've got like a bunch of comics
Yeah.
on, it's like 5 to 7.
Okay.
If it's if it's a shorter lineup, then it'll probably be like 10, 15 or whatever. It honestly depends on. It's a shorter show. It's
not an hour and a half.
No, it is. But I'll like. What'll happen is because I'm in the city, I usually take the opportunity to bring in like a headliner that is because they're more affordable because I'm in their backyard. Like the one.
And it's a Monday.
And it's a Monday. Yeah. So we had Laura Sogar for like $50 one day.
50. Don't say that out loud.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Running down her brand.
yeah. But it was like literally like a block or two away from where she lives. So,
that makes total sense.
Yeah, and she only had to do 20. it was nice. Yeah, I think she made out like a bandit pretty well. But yeah, no.
Well, I hope to get there on a shorter lineup because it's a long haul, and I would love to do like.
Yeah. What when we have Hudson Valley comics come on, and we've only done like I said, we only do it like every 3 or 4 months. So they've been sporadic. But when I have people on from the Hudson Valley, I usually try to encourage them to get down early, hit mics beforehand, like most bang for your buck for the day.
Sure.
Hit mics in the city and then pop
it's a
on.
good call.
Yeah. Bang for your buck.
I've done a little bit in the city this year, but one time I was at the comedy shop. That's pretty cool, but it was also a Monday. So it's like, great, you're booked at the comedy shop, but it's a Monday. And Dark Horse on Bleecker Street. I'm trying. I made a New Year's resolution to do more in the city, and it was going strong in January, February. Maybe because it's cold and nobody else wants to do the shows. I don't know, but
it's just tough, man. Like my resolution this year was also to get down there more, and I've been lucky enough to be down there like once a month, and I'm okay with that. I want it to be more, but
that's plenty
we'll see.
For such a drive.
Yeah. I mean, like, I just take the train. I pop down, I spend the whole day down there, and then I just I make a whole day out of it.
Right.
Yeah,
Smart.
it's nice. I have the flexibility to do that, which is nice. Yeah.
Okay, now you watch Breaking Bad, and you thought it was in Utah.
Yeah, all right.
New Mexico is mentioned all over that show.
Okay, because even now I'm like, you correct me on the Utah thing, and I'm like, I know it's Nevada, but I'm like, it's New Mexico.
Well, I mean, that was a large part of the show. They talk about New Mexico, and I heard that, what's his name, Gilligan? I always think of the
Vince
island.
Gilligan. Yeah.
He didn't have some big love for Albuquerque or anything. It's just that things were cheaper there, and they told him they were going to do it in Los Angeles, believe it or not. And they told him, no, we're going to do this in Albuquerque. So he just fell in love with the desert, and he did that other show about alien invaders. Did you see that other one? Well, it also takes place in Albuquerque, so I guess it's his adopted hometown.
Yeah, all right, that's cool. No, I do love the show. I got more wrapped up in the plot than the setting.
Yeah, I guess yes.
Yeah.
What about Better Call Saul? Is that for you?
So I watched like 2 or 3 episodes of that, and I just couldn't hang on to it.
Was
you know
it
what I mean?
First season?
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, it's always
Get it.
Every new show is like that though. It's always like they're building for the cliffhanger at the end, and then at least that's what every time somebody tries to turn me on to like a new drama, they're always just like they're always like, just get past the first season. I'm like, well, that's a lot of commitment. That's like 10 hours,
The time I saw Better Call Saul, cable still existed, and it would come out on AMC once a week. So it's easier to hang with it if you're just once a week checking it out, Yeah. I was very disappointed in the first season, and a lot of people will dispute me on, disagree with that. But I mean, we just got through Breaking Bad, and now we're seeing this drama about a guy trying to be a lawyer, and he's got problems with his brother, and it's just like, where's the crime? Where's the crime? And then that Tuco showed up. Did you see? You didn't even watch that far in the first season.
Nope.
It just looks so obvious. Oh, you're doing Tuco, so you're calling back, Breaking Bad. It just seemed, but I mean, and it doesn't get better with season 2. You really got to wait a while, a lot of years before that show kicks ass, and then
season 3.
Yeah, I guess I don't even know, but the crime shows up. That's the thing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Bob Odenkirk, I'm a big fan of. I'll give anything he's in a shot. Like the movie Nobody. Did you see that movie? Love that movie.
Yeah.
That was really good.
But Nobody 2 was horrible.
I didn't see it yet.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
You can die and not see Nobody 2, and you'll be okay.
I'll die in Nobody 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Die in Nobody 2. I like that, and he's got some new movie out, and my kids are big fans of his. So we did something I never do. We went to a book signing just because it was his book with his daughter, and we, got to meet him. I don't know, shake his hand, but he was a really nice man. And I didn't have the book, but I paid for my kids' books. And as soon as he heard that, he goes, "No, come on, you be in the picture," And he put his arm around me, and he'd give me like a pat. he was just a nice person.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So we've got a photo with Bob Odenkirk.
Hell yeah, dude.
Just like 150 other people in line.
That day. Mm-hmm. You listen to the show, so I'll ask you this, because I find this jarring when I listen back to my episodes. You think I got to get rid of the interruptibles? Are they just annoying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can still do the content without interrupting. What you can do is put it up front. Mm-hmm. Like your fundraiser for Radio Free Rhinecliff. Mm-hmm. One episode, you put it up front.
Yeah.
I thought that was great, you know? Yeah. And like what your appearances are and stuff. Mm-hmm. If you just do it up front, we think, okay, we're starting to watch a show and let's get our messages out of the way and now podcast.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll put the appearances at the end, you know?
Well, then you got to depend on people watching to the end.
That's
and
okay.
You don't know...
I don't know how many people actually listen all the way to the end, but also I don't know how many people listen to the interruptible and then they're just like, oh, I got to go see Dave live. You know, that'll be, you know, people like probably like I've did a little bit of digging into who listens to this show, right? Mm-hmm. And, you know, they're mostly comics. you know?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah. And then there's some locals around here. And then I'll get nice comments every once in a while from people around here. But
nice.
I've never seen any of those people at a show.
I would just put it up front. And what you're saying to the audience is, you know, I'm a comedian. I'm working, or is it free? I don't know. But you've got gigs lined up and you're serious about it. And now a show about it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's still fun to play with. I love the show. You know,
I learn a lot from this show.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's why we do it, man.
Like storytelling mics. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, like story slams?
Yeah, that's right. The term you used was slam, which made me think of poetry slam. Mm-hmm. And of course, we all know what that is, you know. But I didn't know so there are mics in which people just tell stories. Yes.
So I'm going to do one in New York soon. I've kind of picked a date and I'm going to go and do it. But there are there's story slams, and basically it's like an open mic where anybody can put their name in a bucket. They get polled, but each mic has a theme to it.
Oh, you must tell a story
around a theme, but the theme is very vague. So like, you know, like the last one I did, the theme was spring awakenings. So it's like anything to do with spring or whatever. Yeah. So like a lot of people told like baseball stories, or just like, you know, the time they got out of the military and it was March. You know, I told a story about being a taxi cab driver for a college during spring fling. You know, and that was my story, you know, but it's only 5 minutes and no notes. And then, you know, the one that I'm doing with this group, they pick a winner. And that person,
really?
Yeah. And that person makes it to like the Grand Slam at the end of the year. And then, you know, you get 7 minutes instead of 5, and you could pick any theme you want.
So you only have 5 minutes to tell your story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sort of like Prairie Home Companion or something. You can do it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's once you get used to it, it's pretty easy.
You know about the theme way ahead of time?
They usually announce it maybe a month ahead of time. Yeah.
Fine. Then you have time to write your story.
Plenty of time. I usually wait till the Monday before.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
It is my favorite season, spring. Mm-hmm. Many people have that. Spring cleaning wasn't that bad this year. It was just 2 slinkies and a mattress. There's a trampoline out back we gave a scrub.
God damn it, Carl. Did you have that written down?
No, just spring. I crossed out my topic.
I was about to be so mad at you.
I'm burning through them.
Yeah, dude, you're interviewing me this episode, which is hilarious. That's awesome.
And look, I think you don't need a better editor. What do you...
I use iMovie.
iMovie. I don't think you need a better editor, but certainly there are better editors.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
So you can do that bleep sound. The audio track, you can put an audio track in that is just the bleep, and then you cut and drop the volume, and you just hear the bleep.
Yeah, I figured it out. Jess wanted that word bleeped, and I put a hockey buzzer in there, which I thought was fun. Because she's a hockey fan.
So you should have bleeped your curse word on your Radio Free Rhinecliff promo for the. You see, that's what I texted you about. You didn't remember.
I don't remember it now.
Well, you said, like, what was great about this? You're not part of the corporate media, and you're not censored. And you said, I can say anything the fudge I want. And then you go, I said fudge. I was thinking that I didn't say fuck because I'm a classy guy. So as soon as I saw that, I texted you right away.
Okay.
You're like, what are you talking about, dude?
Dude, I fucking love that. Yeah, no, it depends on when you catch me, Carl. Maybe I'm doing something, I'm on my phone all the time, so... I'm probably texting you back while I'm at work or something like that. And I should be focused on my job. Which is,
well, your job is, you're the manager.
Yeah, Mr. Manager.
Yeah, so you can focus when you want.
I know, which is really hurting the business. They're just like, God damn it.
When you have to.
Yeah, I am not focused at all anymore.
I hope they're making their goal, Radio Free Rhinecliff. I know that somebody's doing a matching fund.
I think we hit it. I really do. I believe I got a text that's
here?
No, I don't know. I think we got a text that said we do, and we're doing a roast of Rhinebeck and Rhinecliff. And I will be emceeing that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make fun of my town, and then there's like maybe 5 or 6 other acts, and and I think that's just going to be extra money for the station because they keep making improvements. I might have a new camera soon underneath this camera, which will be cool, and one of the other ones can face you, so you don't have to face this way. We don't. Well,
have to look at each other. I like how you've taken the money to expand the studio. There's more elbow room now. I think you should take out this wall, back up a little. That way, I don't smell your breath.
Yep. Put it in the kitchen. I'll be in the kitchen. Actually, I'll just watch you from that camera, which is new. And then I'll be home, and I'll zoom in from home, and I'll Skype you. Yeah, I always forget to turn the on-air thing on. Boom, look at that. Can you see that?
That way nobody will come in?
That way everybody knows we're doing important things.
Everybody thinks this is the restroom?
Everybody thinks this is
which they don't have here.
Yeah, they do not know potty here.
That's right. They should at least get a bucket.
Yeah.
Some facility. Now, the thing is, the person who works here, they hold it. There's got to be a bathroom.
Probably.
It's probably a law, too. You can't just have a...
Probably, yeah, but it's definitely not for us. Unfortunately, Carl.
Okay, so what do you got for me? I've been interviewing you this whole time.
I was going to wing it today, Carl.
Yeah, that's what you had said before. So, how's it going in comedy?
How is it going?
Open-ended.
Let's talk about your writing process, man.
Okay.
Because I feel like we kind of grazed it last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have, can we talk about the signs joke?
Signs?
The signs joke that you had.
What was that?
I was at the Levity mic maybe a month ago.
Oh, I see.
And he had a joke about signs.
Oh, signs.
Signs. What do you think I was saying?
Science.
Oh, the science joke that you have. No, signs.
Refresh my memory, because I just have so many jokes.
You were just like in the middle of your set, and then you just go, I want to see if we're speaking the same language.
Oh, sign language.
Yeah, and then you're like, stop.
Yeah, that's
yield.
Right. That joke is ancient,
is
and
it really?
I tried to bring it back. That joke is like 2017, 2016, because I only know that because I was doing like exclusively the city at that time, and that's where that got born. So just so the audience knows, right? You don't know what I'm going to say sign language, right? You don't know the punch.
Not at all.
So I'm like, I want to, speak with you in a manner. He said, I just want to see who can understand me. And then I start saying signs.
Yeah.
But I start with stop. And then, when I'm going stop, I could be meaning anything. And then when I go yield, you might get the inkling. And then I go, no trucks over 2 tons. And I'm speaking in sign language. No parking.
Yeah, dude, you had me going like crazy. So that's an old joke, and are you?
Well, the thing is, that joke was born, and it was getting laughs, and that's what the open mic is about. You bring, and you see, do I need to throw this joke in the garbage, or does it have some potential? Maybe it's already fully written, because they're laughing every single time. And sometimes, they they chuckled, so there's something there. So you work on the economy of words to try to say it in a different way or set it up different. That's what the open mic's all about. If you go to the open mic and you're just saying the same old jokes that you already know, well, that's not fair. Lots of people are at open mics for different reasons. Sometimes you just want to say your set in front of people and get practice that way. But for me, it's about writing the joke. So something weird happened with that joke. All of a sudden, people stopped laughing at that joke. Like, I don't know, maybe my inflection was different or something. So what do you do when a joke doesn't work? Throw it in the garbage, because you got to kill your darlings. The point, I say jokes I don't like because I know they get laughs. So, you know, that's what it's all about. So I pulled that joke out again. I tried it at Levity Live, and it did hit.
Yeah,
so I tried it again. I don't remember where. So I'm just saying it's getting closer to becoming a joke, like in the main set.
Okay.
That's what open mics are all about.
Do you so you edit a little bit at the open mics. Now, is it like you have a very like iconic like cadence? I mean, obviously your voice is your voice, but like you have like so are you for that joke explicitly, like would you be just like changing the signs maybe and just maybe the order in which you mention the signs?
Right this moment.
Yeah, but if you were to like edit it, you know what I mean? Like as far as your process would go,
well,
like how do you edit a joke?
I did stop on purpose because you don't, I'm just saying I'm going to communicate with you. So I'm going to like, stop. Like, you don't know what then I went to yield just to give you the sprinkling that, okay, it's a sign, but you still aren't there if I'm like yield. But then when I go, no trucks over 2 tons, and then the point is for you to go, what the fuck is he talking? Yeah. Then I go, oh, I'm speaking in sign language. No parking. Yeah. That one, that is what I would do. That one just got written like that from the beginning, but that is what I would do. Like if that, okay, I got a good example then. I'm trying to make this joke work. In New Jersey, there's so many people who are Italian, and you know that Italian Jersey is not Italy Jersey. You know, it's just not, right? So the premise of the joke is I just got back from my recent trip to Italy, and Italy was exactly as I imagined it, because I live with all the, I'm not saying the joke, because I live with all the Italians, you know, in Jersey. So this is a good example. I got 3 things, and like, I got like 5. You're supposed to do 3 things in a list, and the joke's not working yet. I know it will hit in the end. So it's like, I just got back from my recent trip to Italy, and Italy was exactly as I imagined. Like, I came out of the airport, they were all had the guinea teas and the, you know, hey, they got it a spicy meatball. My rental car was a Trans Am. Italy was exactly. But I still, it's not hitting yet. The Trans Am one, I need a list of 3 solid things that are so Italian Jersey. They would, you know.
Well, I mean, stereotypes wise, they're all like garbage men.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Everyone was in waste management. They loved The Sopranos. Stuff like that.
Yeah, just watch the movie Casino. You know? Yeah.
So that's what I do. I like, that's a good example. That joke is not hitting yet, and I know it's going to hit because of the premise. So I just got to come up with a list of 3 things that are really, you know, that really work with audiences. And if I come up with one and I don't like it, you guys decide. If you're laughing at it, I'm doing it.
That's interesting. So you're a big rule of 3 guy.
Everybody is.
Yeah.
You have to be in comedy. That's the rule of 3 is just something about us.
Yeah, I don't know if I do rule of 3 for everything though, you know?
Well, I have this one joke in which I only had 2. So I go, all these pig men nowadays getting taken down by this sexual harassment. Like, it used to be that you didn't kiss and tell. Then it became that you did kiss and tell. But nowadays it's like kiss and deposition. Kiss and HR grievance. Kiss and some other third thing. It's cray-cray, right? Because my list can't go to 3, so I still mention the 3 because that's what you're expecting as a human being. We want 3.
That's interesting. I don't know. So like that's for I feel like I'm doing a bit of like maybe just like a quick misdirect, you know? And then I have a joke where I say my grandmother recently fell in love with Joe Rogan, right? And I don't know how you feel about Joe Rogan. However, in no world should a woman be obsessed with getting into a cold plunge if she struggles to get off the potty, right? And then I say and I get upset because people want they want cookies. Like, I want cookies when I feel sad. I want my grandmother to make me cookies. And she just wants me to take ayahuasca with her. So like, that's like the...
Yeah, but that's not a rule of three thing. Like, a rule of three thing is going to be like 3 examples or a list.
So you're saying just for like example jokes, you mean? Okay.
Or any kind of list in which you're going through, like your experience in New York. Well, we went to the museum, we went to the thing. You don't do 4. You don't do 2.
Yeah.
For some reason, you have to do 3.
Okay,
I don't know what it is about human beings, but...
I agree with you on that then. Okay. I thought you meant
3.
like all jokes have to be like a rule.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was like, no, there's no subtle ways.
I have a weird joke. I can't think of it right now. I'll think of it, in which I have a 4th thing, and it still works. The only reason that springs to my mind is because it's always weirded me out that it works. I'll have to remember what the joke is.
Okay. 4 things.
So that's the process with writing for me. I either put it in Notepad, like some quick idea, or I say it into my recorder, and then it gets refined. There's been so many jokes. You just got to try them at the open mic. There's so many jokes that I think, oh, this joke is crap. This is not going to work. And then you get a surprise and they hit. You don't expect them to.
Or like jokes you think is going to work, but then they laugh at the other part.
Yeah.
And then it's like, come on.
Yeah.
I hate this.
That's what open mics are about. They're about getting that feedback. Yeah. And here's a life hack for comedians. You go to a comedy open mic, and sometimes they're not into it. They're just thinking about what they're going to go up and doing. They're looking at their list or whatever. So what I've been doing, and there's 2 that I go to regularly. Mm-hmm. I go to a music open mic. You got to call ahead or Facebook message the guy to make sure they'll allow you to do comedy. Lots of times they'll allow you to do 15 minutes because that's what all the acts are doing, 15 minutes. 3 songs adds up, to 12 minutes or whatever it is. So that's a great thing. So you can do long form, and you're not in front of comedians. You're in front of regular people. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're musicians. They have their spouses with them or whatever. Mm-hmm. Or there's people drinking at the bar, but they're regular. They're not comedians.
Yes. Yeah. I was explaining this to people. Did you watch Funny AF on Netflix at all?
Mm-mm. Should I?
Yeah. I mean, so I'll bring it up for 2 reasons now. I thought it was interesting because it's the show where Kevin Hart goes to New York, Chicago, and LA, and they do 14 comics. And then the ones that they actually want to talk about, they'll highlight. So maybe you see 5 per episode, right? And then you'll see like glimpses of them off the stage for a lot of it. But anyways, why I found this interesting was, one, the New York and LA comics, and I've said this on a lot of recent episodes, but like New York comics always start with like, I am. Mm-hmm. I am this. I look like this, whatever. And then the LA comics were always just like, how we feeling? How I feel like, and it was like one of those interesting things. And Chicago was like a weird mix. But the reason why I brought this up, I'm the comedians listening to things. So like by the time this show is going live, because they did like 3 recorded episodes, and then there was 2 live episodes 2 nights in a row, right?
Okay.
And it became like an American Idol, but for stand-up comedy. The grand prize is an hour on Netflix. You get an hour special. The first live episode, they had Kevin Hart and Chris Rock. Kevin Hart was running the show. Chris Rock was the guest. And Kevin Hart, for the whole season, it was only 6 episodes, did a very good job of acting when he heard a joke, right? He was like, and Keegan-Michael Key, who was on the first episode, also did a great job of acting when he heard the joke, because they had already heard the jokes, right? But they were not being comedians listening to... They didn't prep Chris Rock for this. So Chris Rock is sitting on a couch in the crowd on an elevated platform with Kevin Hart, and they're lit up for camera, and you can see Kevin Hart going like, and then Chris Rock is just watching, you know, as you would a comedian watching another comedian, right? You know, because you're studying confidence, you're studying how they say it, you're studying their hands, if they're shaking. Like, I pay attention to all of that. I like watching the crowd a lot more now, but yeah, it's so interesting. So Chris Rock was not prepped to do that. So, and what also went wrong on this first episode live was that they didn't mic up the crowd that well. So now you've got somebody on live Netflix and they're doing jokes and it doesn't sound like they're hitting, and then they do this weird side pan where you see Kevin Hart losing his mind and then Chris Rock stone cold, you know. And it's like, oh, they're bombing, but they weren't bombing. It was just they didn't have good mics in the crowd, and I feel like people don't understand that, you know? Yeah,
that's really important. I went to the Doris Theater in Delaware in it's the Delaware Shore. And I can't remember the name of the town right now, but it was a beautiful stage, and there was like 80 people there. They were in a circle. It was intimate, right? But they were recording us from the balcony where they have the lights and everything. So you couldn't really, the crowd, the sound was getting eaten up underneath the balcony. So I'm up there. It's a beautiful shot. I can't use it on social media because you can't tell that the joke I just did hit. Yeah,
it's almost like remember the Levity show we did? That was I thought that was in February of last year. That was in June of last year.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're encroaching on a year from that.
Yeah.
But anyways, the tape we got back,
Mel's tape.
Yeah, that was like house camera.
Yeah.
And that was like, you know, you could see the whole carpet we're standing on, and you know, it was
pretty bad.
It was bad camera footage. It felt like a security camera, you know.
So I did cut some stuff up for social media, but believe it or not, I used my own phone.
Yeah.
It was better. You could hear everything, and you know, it was still on the Levity stage, you know. I thought that like the clip that Mel gave us was like bad quality. It cut me off early. Like they were like, give another round of applause. You know, it's like, so, but I mean, luckily I was protected. I had my B-roll. Yeah. I had my own camera going. So.
Yeah. I set up my Canon where we were all sitting. So I chose the middle of it so I can get right down the barrel of the stage. So I ended up using that footage for my one clip that I got out of that 10-minute set. So, the clips that I got people laughing. The people you really hear, it's like Solly Sellers, what's his? Solly Sellers, yeah.
And Chris
Bacchus.
Yeah, Bacchus, which I should have remembered from also Gilligan's Island, that Mr. Magoo. That's how I used to remember his last name. So anyway, those are the guys that I got laughing. I mean, you hear the crowd, but you also hear Solly going, on the side.
That's great.
Chris trying to hold it in.
Oh, yeah, he's trying not to laugh?
Yeah. I don't know if he's trying not to laugh on purpose, but but he can't help himself. That's how good I am.
Yeah, you're emoting laughter.
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
Yeah, forcing air out of the people, you know.
I evoke.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to check out Funny AF.
Funny AF.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
And you were talking about, I forget what episode and who you were talking about, but you were talking about listening to comics who aren't your favorites to say, why are people laughing?
Yeah. I want to know why.
You know who I hate? Because what the hell? Although he did a great job in that Jerry Seinfeld movie about Pop-Tarts, is Jim Gaffigan. I don't know why the world loves that guy. He looks like a lump of potato to me. I don't like his voice and, you know, this Hot Pockets thing that made...
Do you like, you don't even like the, where he does that very unique thing of going, like, doing the crowd's voice, the crowd's dialogue?
Well, maybe I haven't given him enough of a shot because he just turns me off, so I flip the channel, you know. But maybe I should.
So I don't know of any other comics that really do this, but he'll like do, he'll like say a joke, like he'll do like 5 Hot Pockets jokes, and then he'll just do like he'll change his voice and he'll go like, why does this comedian keep talking about Hot Pockets? You know, and then he goes back into his set. You know, he pretends he's a crowd member for a second, and he breaks that little wall. And I think that's very unique. But That's probably about all I appreciate about yeah. So Jim is somebody that I watch. I used to not like Mike Birbiglia, and I wanted to watch him because he's a storyteller.
Right.
And I listened to his podcast because I really love his writing. But now that I've watched him more, and maybe the podcast has changed me a little bit.
Warming up.
I like him a lot now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I really enjoy.
More than warming up.
Yeah. I would go see him live. Like that's something I would feel like would be special to me now, which is crazy.
Now, Chris Rock, I love his comedy, but I'm mad at Chris Rock.
Why?
And I'm jealous of Chris Rock because he spent years not being funny.
Really?
Years not being funny, just unfunny. As a matter of fact, some of his movies talk about the journey of a comedian to getting funny. It makes me so mad that he got to be famous, and not funny. Now, he was funny on Saturday Night Live because it was sketches and stuff, but his stand-up just wasn't good. But it is hilarious. Now, don't get me wrong. It's just that I'm jealous that he got 10 years to work on craft while we're all watching him. You know what I mean?
Do you think he was like famous off the rip, or like do you think he got on camera before he did his 10 years, or do you think he was 10 years in, got on camera, and then had to take 10 years to get
No. Eddie Murphy took a real liking to him for whatever reason.
Okay.
He was a comedian in New York, and he got on to Saturday Night Live. Now, look, I really don't know the story, and if Chris Rock watches this, he's a Jersey resident in Alpine, he'll probably be like, fuck this guy. Okay, I get it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think the story is that Eddie Murphy took a shine to him, got him on, I don't know if it's true, got him on Saturday Night Live, but that would help,
You're gonna
right?
have to fact check your own episode.
Yeah. And I think that was why he got to be in the public discourse, because he got, I don't know, just like, I'm an old man. I can't remember stuff sometimes. But eventually, and also Chris Rock used to have horrible movies, really, really bad movies. He just couldn't do a good movie. Now that's changed. He does good movies now, Well, comparative.
I was gonna say, name one.
What was it called? It was like a top 5 list.
I like Grown Ups, like maybe the first and second one. I don't know if
He was an ensemble cast member.
Yeah.
And it's got a script and everything, But like he did something called Pootie Tang, I think.
I haven't seen it.
And he did another one called CS. This. Eddie Murphy's brother. Eddie Murphy gave him. Eddie Murphy's brother is in that as this real tough guy, and then he goes to prison, and Chris Rock takes on his persona and becomes a rap star off of it. And Eddie Murphy's brother, Charlie Murphy, he's in the jail going, this fucking guy, wait till I get out. And then he does get out. I don't remember how it ends, but it's basically a chase to get, So it was a good concept, but the movie didn't do well, and it really wasn't funny, and I don't know. So I'm just a little mad at Chris Rock, but it all did work out. He is funny now, and he does good movies now.
Yeah.
Just a little jealous that he got the chance to be.
I honestly, the more that I don't want to sound salty, but the more that I do this, the less faith I have in, like, this is going to sound so bad.
Okay.
I know like 4 listeners are going to be like, David, you're a fucking idiot. The less faith I have in like me just like writing that perfect joke that's going to take off. You know what I mean? The less faith I have in that, the more, as far as like me making a full career out of this, the more faith I have in this becoming a full-time career is numbers. And by the time I meet somebody and, if I am who I am, they'll like me and they'll bring me along. And it's just like, as you describe Chris Rock, somebody that's bigger will just bring you. And I'm thinking about that because there is a comedian that I won't name. I'll talk to you about it after the show. But there's a comedian I won't name. And they did a show with a touring headliner. And just by chance, they got on the show, right?
Right.
They did a good job, and it's very much a set demographic of people that this person appeals to.
Okay. We're talking about Fluffy.
Yeah. Yes, Fluffy. So Fluffy, he's touring with Fluffy, and
Oh, I thought it was Fluffy.
no, yeah, this is how Fluffy. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was touring with George Lopez.
That's the name. I was thinking. Remember, I was like, "Oh, I'm an old man." Sandra Bullock took a liking to George Lopez, and
Okay.
Sandra Bullock was the brain, trust, and power behind George Lopez becoming some.
Getting a big push. So that's what I'm saying is like this one comic who was who's been doing comedy for quite some time, maybe never got the acknowledgement or whatever.
Yeah.
Was still pretty good, but you can just tell there's a difference between that person and the next person. And they got an opportunity. They did really well, and the headliner in them clicked. Now
Gotcha.
this person is touring with the headliner, and there's other comics that I see that too. And you know, and I don't think that this person, like, I think of a lot of comics, and then I just compare them to Michael and Gumbiate, right? And Michael and Gumbiate is like one person away from being like, hey, Mike, feature for me. We're going to go on tour, because Michael is
Gotcha.
very good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I understand.
Very good. So, I mean, this person I would say is not on Michael's level.
Okay,
even,
really?
and still getting a touring opportunity. And that's what it is to me, because I know how hard Michael works. I know what he does, like, and I don't even know all of it, but I'm just like, everybody knows Michael's very good.
Yeah.
And you can
He's got to
see
stop.
it.
We're using the N word though.
Yeah.
It's a little crutch of his.
Yeah, he loves that. Yeah. I made a
very
joke
funny
about
about
that. So you know, so I've got a, you know, so that's why, like, I'm losing a little faith in this.
Yeah, it's who you
working
know,
out without-
etc.
Yeah, and that's just
Of course,
the business aspect.
If you got noticed by someone, you know, who you know, then it'd be okay with you.
It would be okay. So what this other person is doing is also okay with me.
Yeah.
You know, because that's just what we're all trying to do.
Yeah.
You know, we're all just trying to make it big in this,
Yeah.
you know? So, like, I'm okay with however you get it done. I'm just like, I'm questioning the process if I may.
Am I going to get it done? I have
Yeah.
to know somebody.
Yeah, you just got to bump it, because then there's like, this is a great example. Comedian Greg Stone, right? Do you know
Okay.
Greg?
I don't.
Okay, so he'll do the dojo mic every once in a while. Not the mic. He'll run a show after the mic, and he's really nice about bringing people up on stage after and doing the real show with him after the open mic. He's a
Terrific.
super nice guy. He's
That's
really,
when they turn the lights down.
Yeah.
I hate that about the
Yeah.
open mic.
Oh yeah, it's
Don't
always
turn the
bright
lights down.
on. Yeah, but he's very forthcoming with information and, you know, what comedy clubs to work
That's
and all this
great.
kind. Super nice guy. He never really broke. He's still a comedy cellar guy. I think.
Stone.
Yeah, he's still.
Look that up.
He's still. I would love to have him on the show, actually, because we could talk about this.
Yeah.
But like he's a cellar guy. He does Gotham. He does all of these stuff, and that
What
to
does
me,
he sell?
huh?
Just kidding.
Oh,
Go
he's a
ahead.
cellar guy.
Sorry.
God damn it, Carl.
Cars?
But he's like one of those guys where, like, if I got there, I would be totally satisfied by getting there.
Mm-hmm.
But if I got there and wasn't satisfied because, you know, somebody else, like, maybe wasn't as good a comic as me, but, like, because they knew somebody
Yeah.
exploded, you know, then I would be a little pissed off, I think, you know?
Yeah,
Especially,
it's-
you know, if it's like a matter of, like, how much time you put in, you know?
If you get the opportunity and you're not funny, then you're not going. But if you are, it is about who you know. And I do get envy, you know,
Yeah.
of certain people who get stuff. I remember this one guy, I'm not going to say his name, but he got like a Roku special. And like, I'm rarely jealous, really, because everyone's sort of on. But I was like, this guy's not good enough to be the. But you know. No, I'm not going to say more power to him. Forget it. I don't think he should have got it. Meanwhile, it didn't get him anywhere, luckily. But
Yeah, dude, hell yeah.
now, there's other ways to go about it. It's not just who you know, right? It's social media is a way to break in which there is no who you know, and there's no like big corporate structure who has to pick you and back you. That's one great thing about social media. You can do it on your own. It's tough.
For sure. It's a completely different beast. And what kills me is that like the algorithm changes so often. And, you know, like, and I'm actually very happy about this. I'm seeing Michael get very good traction lately. And I'm so happy about that. Like that's awesome. Cause like, if I think of people that deserve it, like he's Michael's at the top of the list, you know? You know, and he had a clip hit like, you know, I mean, you've had an 11 million view or whatever, 20 million view. I
have one hitting right now.
Yeah, that's
250.
Dude, hell yeah, dude. And he had one hit 1 million, and
that's great.
Yes, that's phenomenal. And you know, I was like, dude, it's just great to see like somebody acknowledge that my friend is funny. You know, like that's just awesome. But you know, he's brushing it off like it's nothing. But I think
I have a million hit one that remember I was criticizing him for using the N-word. It's all about the N-word.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a bit of a hypocrite there.
Yeah.
But I say the N-word. I don't say N-word.
That'd be viral for a different reason.
Yeah,
Carl.
that's right. That would be infamous.
Infamous, yeah. The infamous Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, by the way, just so that I'm not bragging, that's as best as I've ever done. I got the 111, and then I have the 1-1. Everything else, I have one that's like 900, you know, it's like almost one. But that's it. That's it. The other ones are like, you know, 5, 3, 2.
Yeah, but dude, like, I put out a video last week, took it down. At 24 hours, it got 900 views. Like, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's like nobody on your friends list. I have more followers than that. Like, that's horrible, you know?
The algorithm is, you're right, it changes. But it favors short things. It favors good quality. And so I just do a stand-up clip. Now, if I put something else on that's not a stand-up clip, like an advertisement for a show that's coming up, or we have this late night show now with Six Borough Productions, and it's their, you know, shorts on YouTube, and there's the thing on YouTube. The algorithm punishes me. It gives me views in the 100s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird, though.
It is.
Right? It just sucks. Yeah.
Right. It's like, hey, dude, you're not doing what you do.
Stay in your lane, Carl.
Right. I'm not pushing. Just go back to what we expect out of you.
One episode about how to make your podcast be successful, and then somebody's telling you to stay in your lane.
Look at this. I don't know, 17, 12, whatever. And then you get to, like, here's a late night clip. You see that? Oh, it says 13. That sounds good. Excuse me. I have to go back. Yeah. Okay, look, this is an advertise. All right, this is making.
No, but I mean, you're going from like 2,400 views, 1,200 views, and then your stand-up clip is like 250,000, and that's a low one, you know?
250,000.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just happy because I haven't had a hit in like a month, and so I was like, thank God.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Some
things I call hits are like 20,000, 30,000. It's not like you know.
Yeah.
Not trying to.
Yeah. But I mean, that's why like the social media thing is discouraging a little bit, because like you know, it is.
No, but if you're consistent, you're always doing the same thing. You have something with good quality and something short. That's the way. You just do it every day. Do it every day. I mean, I did it for months before I got that one hit, and then suddenly I started getting hits, you know?
Yeah.
So if you just consistently do it. And also, it's not about a view count. It's about the count of followers. Now, you would think with 11.8, right, I'd have so many followers. No. I'm doing good, but the thing is, that's how you get booked at a comedy club. You show them how many followers you have. Now, it's also tough when you do an advertisement for your gig and the algorithm doesn't push it.
Yeah.
It's also, you know, I've been considering that, like, boost, you know, like paying money, meta ads or whatever.
I was doing that for my Sloop Brewery show.
Yeah.
And I must have caught the tail end of the algorithm actually working for you when you pay for it, because we were getting like maybe 30 ticket sales every show, which to me was still very good.
Sure.
And then I started doing the boosted ones, and I would invest $100.
Yeah.
You know, 50 tickets sold, and I was like, oh man, this covers that $100 over and over again.
Sure.
And then so we had 2 shows like that, and then it just bottomed out.
Oh, yeah.
And then it just did nothing. And I don't know, and that's about the time that the weather just started to change, you know. But yeah, I don't know if that's like a thing. But I mean, from what I understand, is like those are not getting. Because then I tried it again for my Brooklyn show, and I invested like $100. Tickets were $10, so I wasn't gonna make that money back anyways. But I just wanted attendance.
Yeah.
And it was trash. It was it was not good.
You know, I'm also afraid that if I boost post, that Instagram or the algorithm will say, "Oh, we got a customer here," and then they don't push stuff unless I'm paying. So that's why I've never done it.
Yeah, it's sometimes I think about it like I need to invest in this little thing if I want it to grow, and I invest like a little bit. And the only thing I might do that with would be this podcast. You know, my comedy will take off when it takes off, but this has a better chance of yielding a return if it takes off because of sponsors and whatnot. It'll be more steady income, you know. But I'm not. I mean, I want a sponsor. I would love to have a sponsor.
Yeah, but sponsors are tough because the sponsors you can get are always this trash things. You know, dildos and cannabis.
I'll take them, dude. I'll
you?
I'll do ad reads for that stuff. I mean,
all right. Well, let me tell you something. Then you could have a sponsor. You already could have a sponsor.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Yeah. I don't know who, but I'm saying I know podcasts, and they get sponsors, and it's sex toys and pot.
I'll take it. You know, mostly because I want to give back to the station. You know, I want to make sure that these people start making money, some money off of me. Yeah. They've been letting me use this for free the whole time. And, you know, their only ask is like, if I make an ad sale, that they get half of the revenue, you know? So that's fine, you know?
And they would be okay with you talking about sex toys?
They let me talk about anything I want.
Well, I know, but
yeah.
Do all these? There's a lot of shows here.
Yeah.
Gyno curious. I am curious
about that guy.
Yeah, I considered that profession because hey. But then that turned out to be unethical. Can't go into it for that reason.
Yep. Gyno Curious 69 on YouTube.
Yeah. I regret that name, but full length movie you can imagine is taken, right? Yeah. And so like what number is going to be memorable? I thought of. I couldn't come up with anything. You're going to remember full-length movie 69.
Yeah.
So stupid. But
I love it. Yeah, dude. Whatever works, man. Yeah.
I'm going to start pushing that podcast soon, and because it doesn't have. See, we used to have Let's Watch a Full-Length Movie on YouTube, and we had like 2,500 subscribers, right? And then YouTube said, hey, this is copyrighted material, and they took us down. They gave us 3 copyright strikes. It's like, and I was just about to drop everything except for the public domain stuff, and then we were going to monetize. But before I was able to do that, they said, well, they killed it, you know, so we switched to full-length movie. So what I'm doing is I'm going to make shorts off of the movie and then a link to the you know, so if you're watching shorts and we make you laugh, maybe you'll click on the full thing and maybe you'll subscribe. Maybe.
I think I would like to do this is a rough idea, but I would like to do a live episode.
That's a good idea.
And just do it on YouTube Live or Facebook Live, because there seems to be a market in Facebook right now. I would like to do that and then just try to watch something, or just like, you know, interact with people. Like, you know, Twitch streaming is big right now. But I mean, it would just either be a watch along or, you know, just interacting with people.
So StreamYard, which you don't use, gives you the ability to go live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Oh, cool.
Now, you're a YouTube thing, so it would be better for your brand to be on YouTube Live. But, I mean, if you appreciate Facebook, and I know you don't know Anthony Quinn, but we used to do Late Night with Anthony Quinn on Facebook. So we were broadcasting somewhere, and it was good. It had legs. So maybe you should look into something like that. Do you know about StreamYard?
No, I never heard of that, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to build some kind of set at home, actually. You know, so I've gotten a lot.
But don't you want to tie it into this podcast?
They might just coexist. They're, because I mean, if you listen to the last episode with the podcaster, she mentioned Patreon being the first way they started to make money, and that might be a thing where I just I go on like a Sunday and I just talk about the shows that weekend, and just give like the what's the word? Whatever, inside baseball on the shows from that weekend. My actual thoughts and all that kind of stuff. Then it'd be for my Patreon subscribers.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we too considered Patreon for full-length movie because we have this backlog on Let's Watch a Full-Length Movie on YouTube. If it's behind a paywall, I think we can get away with the copyrighted stuff. But like, we have less than 100 people are our subscribers. We're a new venture. They shut us down, so we're trying again. The view counts are pathetic. Oh, by the way, you had talked about wanting to know how long people are watching or whatever. You can go into YouTube Analytics, and it shows you when viewers dropped, when they stopped. And this can educate you, That's why I think you should put your appearances up front, because they're watching.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know how many people are listening to my Interruptible and being like, I gotta go see him live. So I mean, I want to put them in there because it feels like the right thing to do. But
I think both of your listeners would check you out live. both of them.
It's you and like 2 other people.
Well, that's me too, because this is a great concept that we like riff the movie. Mystery Science Theater 3. It's nothing like that.
Okay.
I don't even know why you bring it up. We don't have puppets. But I mean, the humor doesn't, like, if you go to a comedy show, you're getting the jokes. But when you're watching the movie with us, you are getting lots of funny laughs. But it's situational. You got to wait you have to hang with it until we get to a part of the movie in which some funny stuff happens in our riffing,
Hell yeah.
That's a little frustrating too. You can't just turn on the movie and we're making you laugh right away.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, if you ever want somebody to watch a movie with you, Carl.
Well, we do that sometimes, but you have to really know the movie. Okay. And it has to be one that like we had Anthony Quinn on, a guy you don't know who's dead. He used to love Miracle on 34th Street, Miracle on 34th Street. So that was the episode we had him on. Now, we didn't watch the original. We watched one from the 1970s, which was a TV movie. That is our style to do that. But he was perfect for that episode. He knew everything about it. Also, there was another movie, which I can't remember the name, but it had... what's his name, Jr., who was Iron Man. Like, it was a movie he grew up with.
Oh, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, was on it. And the guy who played Ultron in Avengers.
James Spader.
Yeah. So it was one of their movies that didn't hit. That's why it's on YouTube,
Yeah.
But when Anthony was growing up, they had videotapes, and that was one that they had. So he watched it like 80 times. He was the perfect guest. He would tell, okay, next scene coming up, So if there's a film that you love like that, and it's in the public domain,
I'll have to do some research, because there's a lot of like crappy movies that I feel like nobody watched that I watched as a kid. And I'm curious if they're in public domain.
Well, if we ever had a Patreon, that's what we would do. But I mean, I don't even know what our subscriber count is, but it is pathetic. I'm not looking it up because I can't. I'm on that late night thing, but it's like it's less than 100 for sure.
Yeah.
So if that's our subscriber count, why are we going to have a Patreon? Who's going to be giving us a subscription every month?
Yeah, but I mean, if you get 2 people that, pay $5 a month, you're at least making $10 a month off of it. It covers some time, Yeah.
For me,
got to start somewhere. You got to build somewhere. You know what I mean?
Well, I have a good job and I don't need $10.
Yeah.
I could use $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah, start at 10.
But so if we hit a little bit, then we'll consider a Patreon, because we have all this backlog of hundreds and hundreds of movies, And we wouldn't just throw them all at the Patreon. We'd release them one at a time, That's something to aspire to. We're not there today.
No, neither am I. Yeah, there's such a long way to go with all this. Feels daunting.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Are you?
But we do it because we love it. At least that's how you started out.
Yes, I do comedy because I love it, and I
Right.
seriously love this time that I get to sit
Yeah.
with other comics and talk.
Yeah.
You know?
And you got a hit, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, thank you, man.
It might be like,
yeah.
you can count them on one finger, but there are people out there.
I've been
One
told
hand.
that we get several hundred plays a month, so
Oh.
that is very nice. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. There are some people.
Not if you're the guest.
Yeah, if I
You
yeah
have
if-
9 views.
yeah, dude, that's.
I did not check that one out.
Really, no
Yeah.
interest in it. Really.
I didn't. I wasn't. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it.
You don't have to watch it.
Yes, I do. Self-guest episode. I will force myself.
It's only 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm basically just thanking the listeners, and then I talk about how to get booked. Actually.
Okay.
I do a bit of that. I think. I definitely. Yeah, because I think at the time that came out, it was the birthday for the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So this was April, and along with that, I had also been hearing that a lot of people were like, "Why is this guy getting so many shows?"
Mm-hmm.
And that was upsetting to me. So I think I just wanted to, instead of going on a rant and calling those people out and being like, "Fuck you guys,"
Yeah, right.
I honestly was just like, I'm just gonna give information and just do what I do, and just say thank you, because
Gratitude.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
Healthier.
I think so. Like I get booked because I'm likable, and not
That
because
girl
I'm a
says you should
spiteful
have
dick.
acoustic guitar likable song.
Yeah. Do you like the intro song?
It's all right.
It's all right. God damn it, Carl.
I like
what
the
do
lyrics.
you like about the
I
podcast?
like the lyrics. Oh, I
Thank you.
like when the comedians are talking about craft.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like when they're talking about getting booked, and I like the inside baseball. That is what I like about the podcast,
Mm-hmm. Cool.
and that's why I keep watching.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you want, I will record your song
Mm-hmm.
on acoustic guitar and send it to you. And if you like it, you can use it.
Hell yeah, Carl, dude. Pat Downey offered to do a version of it, and I told him to his face, I was like, "You do it, and I'll put it on. I'll try it out.
Well, unlike Pat Downey, I follow through.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna get-
Fuck you, Pat Downey.
No, I didn't say
no,
that.
No, Carl says fuck you, dude.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't cops pat you down, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
some joke in there.
Yeah.
Pat Downey.
Sure, Pat Downey. Yeah, Pat Downey Jr., dude.
His father was a cop.
Yeah, his father
Named
should
him
have been.
Pat Downey.
There we go. Work it in.
I used to have a joke about. This is a good example. You take a joke to the open mic, you try it 2 or 3 times. If it doesn't work, it's in the garbage. But the joke was essentially about mischief night, goosey night, the day before Halloween. And like I hid all the, we were all out and I hid all the eggs we were going to throw in my jacket. And the guy patted me down. That joke didn't hit.
It's a funny visual.
So you talked about don't you write new material every day?
All
you
the
don't.
time, yeah. I try to write a new joke every day.
Well, then you should. What were you saying before? It was about trying to write that one joke that's really going to hit. If you're writing every day, eventually that joke will come out.
Oh yeah, I mean, so there's been I've been very happy with the stuff I've been writing so far. I've been doing clean for a while now, and I've transitioned into doing a lot of family stuff, and as of the last month or two, I've been focusing on a lot about my body style and all that kind of stuff, So, and then that has produced some pretty neat stuff, and I like it.
When your squats.
Yeah, well, it's even just I'm a little overweight, so I joke about that a little bit. Like this joke I have, and maybe you heard it at the last open mic, because I think I did it at Levity, but I was standing in line at the deli, and I saw on the sandwich board that there was a sandwich named The Dave. Right?
I do remember this.
You remember
joke.
that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll finish it for the viewer, I guess. Sandwich named The Dave, and then I order the sandwich. The guy behind the counter says, "Can I get a name for that?" And then I say, "Dave," and that prompts the guy behind me to go, Is the sandwich named after you? And then and so that's the premise, and I've had a lot of fun playing with that as far as what works. So at different open mics, initially that joke was me asking the crowd, like, what kind of sandwich do you think the Dave was?
Right.
And then I was actually using that to fish for what people perceive me as. So that was fun, because somebody said a turkey club, and now I like using the turkey club. But initially that joke was a roast beef sandwich because it's a lot of meat, very little.
It could be fatty.
Yeah. But my rule of 3 that I had with that was like a lot of meat, very little vegetable representation, and pretty cheesy,
That's good.
Yeah. So I do like that one. And then, the turkey club was fun, but then I turned it into, that upsets me for 2 reasons. Like, one, I didn't know I was giving off custom sandwich vibes, and I like that because it's just like a weird use of words. And then the second one was like, and the problem was it was just a turkey club. Like, there was nothing special about it, and that bothers me too, so.
At least I'm in the club.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a buddy in high school that went to a McDonald's and they offered the chicken club there.
Yeah.
And he went into a McDonald's and he was like, how much does it cost to join the chicken club? He was just asking the McDonald's person, and they're like,
you have to know somebody.
Yeah. You gotta,
can't just
they'll let you tour with the chicken club.
So it sounds like you look at open mics the same way I do. You're writing jokes. So many times my wife's like, are you going to comedy tonight? And I said, no, I have nothing to work on. She goes, well, just go to... No, it's not like... So many comedians go to these open mics to see their friends and be part of the clique. And that's fine. Everyone's doing it for a different reason. But for me, if I don't have anything to work on, I'm not going to levity. I'm not going, But if I do have something to work on, I am there because I want to, check it out. Yeah. Used to be I would write 7. Let me ask you, do you write out the whole joke or no? You come up with the premise first. Like in your on my notepad here, I got so many premises. They'll turn into jokes.
It hits me differently. Like sometimes, like I had a joke that it doesn't work and I gave up on it. But like what made me laugh was like, not Jason Bourne, but P. Jason Bourne.
Should I get
like PJs? So Jason
like
Bourne, yeah. So that's why it doesn't work because it doesn't make any sense. But it just made me laugh, know. So then I tried it at like 20 mics and it just never worked. And I'm like, P. Jason Bourne identity, and then that it would just P. Jason Bourne identity.
Try it all because you have faith in the joke.
Yeah, but it just I've given up on it, and maybe one day I'll figure it out. But I've just moved on from now.
Gotcha.
So like sometimes it starts with like the tag, sometimes it starts with the premise. Like the grandma joke definitely started with me laughing at the concept of an older woman being into Joe Rogan. Because that's like not the typical audience that you picture for that. So it just depends on what hits me, and then
it's
sometimes
really
it comes from a true story. So
it's different. Like I don't just write them one way. Like I remember I just wanted to say bitches be crazy. I just knew that would be a funny I set you up one way 100%. And I say it So like that sat in my phone forever, and I would try like different things. I eventually got to a joke, and now it's in the A list, But you're right. It's not always just a premise. Sometimes it's the tag. You want to say a joke and then be able to tag it because you think of the tag first before you even have the joke.
And then I'll go down to the city. I've been doing it like every Monday, and I'll just take a joke and I'll rewrite it 3 or 4 times in my notebook, and then I'll just start adding tags where I can. And then sometimes I like the tag that I just added better than the original punch. Yeah. And then I just cut the rest. And
gotcha.
Then, so that is.
Sometimes I tell a joke and it hits, and then I have a tag that doesn't hit. But the thing is, the joke cadence doesn't feel natural without the tag, And you have to kill your darlings, and I keep saying that because that's what they say. That's how they call it in writing, in being an author. You write this thing you love, but if it's not fit, you got to crumple it up and throw it out and write something. So I've had to learn that lesson over and over and over. If it's not working, then, stop punching it up. It's
that's the hard part.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you kill your darlings, you're right. It forces you to make another and make another and make another.
Yeah. It's, I think that's why Elena was an interesting guest when we had her on.
She was
because
really good.
She had her Type 5, and she talked about how she tweaked those, and then how she's
Put
trying
in the
to go
space for the laughs.
Yup, and then how she was going from 5 to 10 and trying to figure that out. But, you know, it was very much, it sounded like she was really just executing, you know, jokes left and right that she didn't like and just sticking with that 5 in the process of making that 10, you know?
Well, I think right now, as we sit here, Yelena is probably home and some sort of comedy thing's going on. She really wants to be a comedian.
Yeah. Very impressive person.
Admire that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, I admire that. We have a show in an hour and a half. So we got to wrap it up, my friend. We do. Likeable is film recorded with Radio Free Rhinecliff. Thank you to Jen Hammoud and Matthew Rosenberg, our producers, and thank you to the Epicurean, which hosts us for each and every episode. Likeable is a comedy-based podcast, and we are experts in absolutely nothing. So don't sue us.
He has this memorized.
I know I'm not, and I'm realizing that as I'm saying it out loud. Please take this episode, each episode with a healthy dose of skepticism and guaranteed hilarity, we hope.
Guaranteed.
We
don't hope it.
We do hope. Please enjoy it just as much as Carl does.
I love this podcast.
Thank you, dude.
And listen, I know you're wrapping up now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Radio Garden State, internet radio station, I'm doing Comedy Garden State, and it's very similar to this. It's about the craft of comedy. Now, it's based around New Jersey because that's what the station is. That's why I wanted to have you on so bad, because you're doing something that's the same sort of concept. I'm going to pull you in as a producer.
Okay.
And that'll be my excuse to get you on the show.
I think it would just be a good guest to have on, because I can talk about the differences between Jersey comedy that I've noticed and upstate comedy and New York comedy. And, because I've noticed some severe, like, I can pick out a comic without them telling me where they're from, typically. Yeah,
you mentioned understanding how L.A. checks in with everyone before they do it, but New York's going, I this and I that.
Yeah. But even, so, I was at a show in Jersey City, and I was watching comics perform, and I'm like, oh, I know where you're from, before they told me where they were from. And they were like, yeah, I'm from Central Jersey. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense, and then somebody told me that they grew up in Brooklyn. I'm like, that makes sense. It's just how certain things are said, not based off of accent, just based off of their jokes.
Yeah, off of the jokes.
Yeah.
If they're doing a joke about a tractor, they're from upstate. And then I also got to plug your podcast. Just pre-making notes. We can do it on StreamYard. You will get introduced to StreamYard.
Sure. We can go live. Is that live?
No, we'll just record it.
Sure.
But I mean, we can be remote, because an hour 37-minute drive, I think it was. And I'm close to the border of New York too. So we could just do it remote, and it'll be premiering in June.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you want to plug before we wrap up?
Go to carlsucks.com for all your Carl information. Too much. It's too much, Carl.
And it's Carl with 11 L's?
R's.
Fuck. Damn it.
That's all right. Listen, if you want to follow me on Instagram, you put in CA, and then you just start typing R's, and eventually you'll see my thing pop up.
Hell yeah. Wakanda.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm trying to close with nice things to say, and I can't think of it. I'm kidding.
Well, Wakanda's got legs. I got to say, last night at the show, I love when this happens. 2 people showed up because they are fans of the Wakanda thing. Now, that's not fame. It's 2 people. Well, it was one guy and his girlfriend. I bet you she doesn't even know, so it's one guy. I love when I bump into, that happens, like one person will come. Oh, I'm a huge fan. Let's do a selfie, So that thing's got legs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I'm happy about that. And I'm not famous. Wakanda.
Yeah.
That's what's famous.
I love it. You're one of my favorite comedians.
Wow,
and
goodness.
I think anybody that's seen me at an open mic that you are speaking at has seen me crack pretty hard. And
Mike twirl.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you get me to laugh harder than most comedians do.
Let's hope I can do it tonight.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm very excited.
I'd like to go up first. I want a cold room.
I'll definitely put you up first, dude.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you for coming on, dude.
Thanks,
I appreciate it. And Wow, dude. Says he's a fan.
I was
Doesn't even
thinking
know
of-
the host's name.
Oh, David.
You were thinking of Michael Gumbiade.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you talked him up, and I agree
Wakanda
with
on the
you.
brain, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Wakanda. You talked about him at length, and you talked him up, and I totally agree with you. And I've seen him back then to seeing him today. He too gives a S about craft. You know, he's come a long way. He's a guy who's going to make you laugh. So I
Yeah.
guess he was on my brain, David. Dave,
All right, we're gonna get out of here.
I'm buying your sandwich now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you got jokes, yeah, you're insightful.